Welcome. This is RiaTalk for real people, where we're always keeping it real about real life. And here's your host, Maria.
Hello. Hola. Ciao. Konnichiwa. This is 2023. There's a new me.
What happened? Let's get started. What happened?
Let's get started with real talk for real people.
Okay. So what are we getting into?
Well, it's 2023. And it's more of me in 2023. I want to talk about maybe a little later in January, but I still would like to talk about 2023 new beginnings every year. People talk about having New Year's resolution, and some people don't believe in New Year resolution. How about you?
Yes, I do believe in having New Year's resolutions.
Yes. What are your New Year resolutions?
Well, those are a bit personal, but I do believe that you don't have to have a New Year's resolution on the new year. I usually set resolutions for myself in September because usually that's like when I get my year all situated. But I do believe in setting goals for yourself for the new year so that you have something to strive to somewhere so you can make a roadmap and go in that direction of where you want to go.
I believe in the older I get. I was speaking to someone on the phone, and I said that the more experience and knowledge I get, the more I know, the more I don't know. It's like the knowing brings up new questions. And but one thing I know, this I do know. Having a resolution is a guide. I was thinking about the scripture, like in 2022, for example, I talked about Habakkuk, the book of Habakkuk in the Bible, Habakkuk 2:2, where it says, write the vision and make it clear. In 2022 was prep time. We was getting a vision and making it clear. We were also doing this, like I said, plan your work and work your plan. In 2022, we were planning our work. In 2023, we're going to work that plan. So that goes back to resolutions. Not even just in resolutions, though. I think the more focused a person is, the more apt they are to accomplish whatever goal they have. And if you're all over the place in your mind, scattered brain, scattered in your thoughts, scattered in your vision, you don't know exactly what you want. I know what I want, but I can't, honey, work that thing until you can write that vision and make it clear. Then you can plan. That stage is planning your work, which you should have done in 2022, but you can play catch up. And now in 2023, you're going to work that plan. And this is my thing. I have resolutions too. And not too many, though. This is what I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good to be focusing on too many things. Narrow it down. Narrow it down, because you're only one person. You're only a human. There's only 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week. So that you have to narrow down, maybe say your top 3. You can write all the resolutions you want as a doing what we call, brainstorming. But narrow it down to your top 3 things, maybe your even top 2 things that you would like to accomplish. 2 or 3 things. And when you get to 3, you're stretching it. But write that down. I always say what, why, and how. What is it that I want? Why do I want it? and how am I going to get it?
Mm-hmm.
What am I going to do to get it? Because nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You got to give up something to achieve your goals.
Right.
So these are my thoughts with it. I like to say, I titled this, I see in 2023. In 2023, I'm going to work my plan. And so it's also, I like to refer back to the scripture, and it says, without a vision, the people perish.
Mm-hmm.
You must have a vision of what you want to do with your life and what you want to do in 2023. You can have a broad vision, but you got to have a narrow vision. Your broad vision, just say, I want to be a doctor. That's your broad vision. And you just started college. Your narrow vision is, I'm a freshman, and so these are the classes I would like to take: anatomy, physiology, blah, 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 and I need to do it because as a pre-med student, there are certain uh, courses that are required for you.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how you have to do it. Narrow your plan. Okay, your long-term goal is to become a doctor, but your short-term goal is to take certain classes and achieve a certain grade. So when you apply to medical school, you'll be competitive. If you got C's and D's, you're not competitive, and you got to keep your you got to keep your academic work at least in the AB range. So plan your work your plan. C in 2023. Plan your work was 2022. Work your plan in 2023.
Now I have a question. Can I ask it right now?
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
my question is, many people, not just us, today people are just busy in general and have very compounded, complex lives. So how would you advise someone or give advice to someone who has a family? Do you have goals for your family and goals for your personal life? And how do you make that work? Like, how do you mix how do you go about achieving both plans or both goals for the family and for your life?
You have to write the vision. First,
Okay.
you're going to say personal. These are my personal goals.
Mm-hmm.
Like they say, when you get on a plane, and they tell you to fasten your seat belts, and they demonstrate if the plane goes down and you need to breathe the air, the air, what is it called? The air, it falls from the ceiling, and it tells you to put on your own breathing mask before you put on your child's mask.
Right.
That is to say, you can't help anybody, not your family, not your work, if you're not taking care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, first of all, this is my advice and my suggestion to anyone. Think about what you need to do for you. And as you have those goals, like I said, don't make it so broad. Then you do a plan for my family. These are my family goals. And when you have family goals, you incorporate the family in those goals. Have a family meeting. Say, this is what I would like to do with the family. I need to get you guys on board with it. What do you think? Can we do this? Are you going to support this plan that we can have these family goals? Maybe your family goals could be every Wednesday. We're going to have family Bible study, for example, or we're gonna have family night out. We'll either go to the skating ring, we'll go bowling, we'll go to the movies, or we'll just go to the beach. But we'll do something on Wednesday or Saturday or Sunday. Sunday for my family is always going to church. That's what we like to do. But whatever your family goals are, and that's the way too. If your family goal is to become closer to each other, become more loving, to be more respectful, those are teaching moments. Okay, while we're uh, together, there are going to be moments, teachable moments where we can learn how to be more loving towards each other. We can learn how to be more respect for each other. And so that's how you do. You incorporate even certain things you want to uh, achieve in your personal life. Says for me, myself, and I. You might need a support system to help you with it. I need my support system to help me with to stay on task with my personal goals. Same thing with family goals. They're not different. You can walk and chew at the same time. If you don't if you don't know how to walk and chew at the same time, this is what I say: practice, practice, practice. Just keep walking, keep chewing. Eventually, you're gonna get in that groove. Maybe put some music on. You'll learn how to walk and chew at the same time. But work it, baby. Plan your work, work your plan. Without a vision, the people perish.
I think that's great. That's great advice because I know for myself and for my friends, that's a hard thing to try to coordinate, trying to take care of your family while trying to and achieve those family goals while also trying to achieve your goals. Sometimes they can be one overshadow the other. So,
One doesn't have to overshadow the other. It's the point. It is though. You have to see what is priority. Every day, I say to myself, and when I write my list of things I have to do at the night before, generally I write what I will be doing next day, and all the things I write, I don't accomplish, but that's okay. I just it just roll over to the next. But it's a priority. Like you said, you got to prioritize certain like due dates. Certain things are due before others. You got some things you can wait on, but certain things you got to do right then and there. I got to get this done, and that's with family members too. A baby has to have that baby's crying. You can't ignore that baby. You got to feed the baby. You got to change the baby diapers. You got to coo with the baby, play with the baby a little bit. You have to bathe the baby. Just these things are prioritized, because the baby needs you. The baby needs you. The baby
mhm.
needs you decided to have that baby, so spend the time with that baby. And
Right.
it's all about priority. Now, if the baby, you fed the baby, you play with the baby, and you change the diaper, the baby, I always say you have to teach the baby early on how to self-soothe. Those little mobiles that are in their beds. That's a very good thing, I think, to teach a baby how to play yourself, have fun with yourself, enjoy yourself. The baby, that's too broad of a concept, but they learn it somehow. They learn. If the baby's crying because maybe the baby's gotten used to you giving it attention. Once you check on the baby, you give the baby attention. You can go on into your project while still checking on the baby. These are the things I suggest.
hmm Well, one thing that I didn't want to cut into what you're saying, so I want to make sure that you've made your point before I say anything else.
Yes,
Have you?
I made my point. The main points I wanted to base this on, I always tell people, this is real talk for real people. And I'm going to be real with you. And one of the things I would like to be real again to remind my audience, I am a Christian. I believe in the Bible. So you hear me quoting these scriptures. The reason you hear me quote these scriptures to you because I have quoted them to myself. They remind me. It's the basis of who I am. And so if anybody like, oh, why she always acting like she's preaching? Bye, girl, bye. That means I'm not your tribe. I'm not for you. Bye, boy, bye. If somehow my Christianity, my beliefs, and me quoting this scripture offends anybody, okay.
Okay,
Well,
there we are. That's what happens
Yeah,
sometimes with
yeah,
technology.
yeah. Sometimes there's a little hiccup. So as I was saying, go ahead.
Oh, you were just saying that, this is you. That's what you said to yourself, scriptures that you said to yourself.
Yes, as I said, yes. Proverbs 29:18. Without a vision, the people perish. And Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision and make it clear. In 2023, you should have your vision. You should be on it. Some people write vision boards. Some people just journal, make a list of what things they would like to achieve. And some people don't believe in New Year resolutions. I'm one. What I do know for sure, also, as my friend Oprah likes to say, and I don't like to repeat too much of what Oprah says, because, like I said, this I know, and Oprah said, "What I know for sure, it's all good." And this I know, the more regimented one is, when you have routines, you accomplish more in your personal life and your personal life. The more routines you have, if you have an insomnia, for example, if you got insomnia, you want to fall asleep, you got to get a routine. This is your routine. Just say at 10 o'clock, I'm gonna brush my teeth, wash my face, or if you're the one that like to take a shower at night, I'm going to take my shower. I always say brushing your teeth is refreshing for going to bed at night. I think it's good. And even to take a shower, especially if you have insomnia. But make that your part of your routine. Oh, I'm also going to drink 1 cup of tea, or whatever. You don't want to drink coffee before you go to bed for most of us, but a cup of hot tea, or a warm milk, something that's soothing. Or play some good music, or to meditate for 5 to 15 minutes, however you do it. Listen to soothing music, but make that your routine, and you will fall fast asleep. But there's other things too. When you get up in the morning, you want to be productive. Have a routine. Get up, make your bed some kind of way. Do something to it. Pull the covers up, put the pillows on it, put them up, and don't make it where you can easily get back in that bed. Make that bed, and then hop in the shower. Get a routine and do that all the time. I always call it like rote. Just do it, and you will be successful. You'll stop piddling, as they say, piddling, wasting time. And you don't realize. And you know what I do? I am religious about this. I put a timer on everything. I was like, Alexa, schedule this. Alexa, do this. Because I want to know how much time I'm spending, because most of us would not, do not know that you sit more than you think you're sitting. You're like, no, I'm going to take a break for 5 minutes. I set a timer for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I get back to it. You need a routine. Plan your work your plan.
Well, before we get out of here for the night, I just wanted to ask you. I was talking to my sorority sister, and she brought up something that was really good. And she says she usually has a word for herself for the year. What is your word for the year? Mine's elevate. What is yours?
I haven't really thought about it, uh, but I would say, when I think of 2023, I say 2023. Now I see. So I can say I'm excited.
Okay.
Get excited about your life. I'm excited because in 2023, I see. I
Okay.
got the plan, and I'm ready to go. I'm excited about it.
All right then. Well, that's it for Ria Talk. Please leave your comments and your compliments below or on our Instagram page at Real Talk. We're growing, guys. You can find this podcast on Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio podcast. Just search for RiaTalk Podcast. And lastly, please like, follow, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel, RiaTalk, and we will see you tomorrow.